we're going to discuss anything raised to the power 0. So the great header there is exponents. Now we're going to deal specifically today with the zeroth power. Zeroth power, right? So the rule is that anything raised to the 0 power, to 0 power, equals 1. That's anything except 0. So because 0 to the 0th power is actually undefined. So for our purposes, we're going to do just 4 simple illustrations so that you can have this in mind. So if you have 1 to the 0th power, that becomes 1, because anything to the 0th power is 1. Second example, we can take 3.5 and raise it to the 0th power, and once again it equals to 1. Another example, we can take a large number, maybe 3,600, we raise it to the 0th power, and lo and behold, it's still 1. Now we can make it a little bit more involved by even adding variables. So if we have 3 times x to the 65th power, and all of that to the power 0, what is that going to give us? So we can break it down to 3 to the power 0 times x to the power 65, then again to the power 0, and this is just going to be 1 for 3 to the power 0, and then we can even multiply this 65 times 0, so that's 1 times x to the 0th power. At the end of the day, it's still 1 times 1, which equals 1. This is of course x being different than 0 itself. That's the assumption that we're having there. As a conclusion, we can say that x to the power 0, any x to the power of 0, equals 1 if x is different from 0 itself, because 0 to the 0th power is undefined. So this concludes our discussion of raising anything to the power 0, and so it will facilitate some of your computations as you deal with those problems. Have a good day.